A People's History of the United States. Chapter 3: Persons of Mean and Vile Condition. Imagine this. What if history was not only about kings, heroes, and great leaders, but also about the people who were never seen, whose voices were silenced? Those people were called persons of mean and vile condition. People whom those in power labeled as low, dirty, worthless. But the truth is, backhand index pointing right, they were the ones who built the world. Who were these people? Not kings. Not landlords. Not rich merchants. They were poor farmers. Tired laborers. People trapped in debt. Indentured servants. Sold to work for years of their lives. They plowed the fields. Built the roads. Raised the ports. Created the towns. And what did they get in return? Crossmark no land. Crossmark no rights. Crossmark no respect. Only exhaustion, punishment, and silence. What were the rulers most afraid of? Not an outside enemy. Their greatest fear was this. Backhand index pointing right, poor whites. Backhand index pointing right, black slaves. Backhand index pointing right, native people. If these three groups ever stood together, their power would fall. So the rulers played a game. Divide them. Break them. Turn them against each other. So they could never be united. Then came the year 1676. And a man named backhand index pointing right Nathaniel Bacon appeared. With him were poor white farmers, former servants, black laborers, enslaved Africans. Together they said, backhand index pointing right, enough. They challenged the government, burned Jamestown, and rebellion began. It was not only fire. It was a message. Backhand index pointing right, when the poor and the enslaved stand together, palaces begin to shake. The rebellion was crushed. But those in power had learned something. They understood. Backhand index pointing right, the real danger was unity of the poor. So they changed the rules. They gave poor whites small privileges. Heavy checkmark the title of white. Heavy checkmark a little land. Heavy checkmark the right to carry weapons. Heavy checkmark legal protection. And at the same time, crossmark harsher slavery for Africans. Crossmark stronger color barriers. Crossmark deeper racial hatred. From here began backhand index pointing right, organized racism. Backhand index pointing right, ruling by dividing people. This chapter tells us hatred is not born by itself. Backhand index pointing right, it is created. Division is not natural. Backhand index pointing right, it is designed by power. The conflict of rich versus poor was turned into backhand index pointing right, race versus race. So that these questions stay buried. Question mark, who does the work? Question mark, who gets the benefit? Question mark, who holds the power? Persons of mean and vile condition is not an insult. It is the name of millions of people who built the world, yet were erased from history. Even today, the world has changed. The faces have changed. But the game is still the same. Divide people. Make them fight. And protect power. Think about it.